Happy Friday, Mr.
Happy
Shar.
Friday,
I see your
yes.
background there with the Christmassy. So it's really a feel of Christmas.
Well, the elves are getting
Right?
ready.
How are you?
I'm just so excited for Christmas and these.
Look at you,
all
you're
these.
wearing this
Yes, you really have to
stripes and
wear your attire. Be sure and check your calendar.
until the December 21st.
Yes.
Okay, so it sounds like you're ready for the holiday.
I'm ready.
But anyway, so I went to your classroom in Miss Shelton, and that was 120 to 150, and the class is talking about differentiating living things and non-living things. So I basically tell you all the things that I will tell you on our reinforcement, refinements, and action steps, and pretty much you are doing what you're supposed to do. And what I was telling you earlier is that every time I go to the classroom, and me being an inclusion support teacher for the longest time, I can see myself in you.
Oh, that's sweet.
So if I feel like I see myself in you, that means me and you have this kind of thinking that we are for the kids.
Yeah.
And I know you're doing a lot better, especially with Corleje.
Yes.
Because she has been, I've seen her in the beginning of this 9 weeks, and you can see Corleje sitting in front of the classroom, just participating. And so you have done something for the child, and you're doing great. And I know the other two, like what the school says, one child at a time.
That's right.
Yes. So that's what you're doing. So this feedbacking that we're doing is more of a reflection, because we only have few more weeks left for the 2022. And with the end of the semester, I would just like to hear a reflection between the two of us of what have we done so far and what else are there to expect for us, for you most especially, because you have redirected the children. You're great at classroom management. What else is there for Mr. Shar that I would expect you to do for yourself, to do for the children at Oak Park for the coming year?
And take back what you said, one child at a time. I think that would be probably now in my New Year's resolution for each of the kids to just kind of pull them out a little bit more and make sure we have those foundational skills in place. I know I don't have my kids with me in RTI, and I can just see the work I'm doing with Miss Plunkett in RTI, and these kids, I mean, they're about ready to make sentences, and so I want that same for our inclusion kids.
Exactly.
It's not instant gratification. It's a little slower process. But I think with the new year and this coming up 9 weeks, or the end of the 9 weeks, it just maybe pull them out a little bit more often, a little one-on-one, and get to know like exactly how they learn.
Right. So I know Corleje was working very, very hard on herself, and you can see progress on her behavior-wise. She's also improving on that part. With the other two in the classroom, you were talking about that not every child is doing the same thing, just the sitting part. When Miss Shelton is doing the whole group instruction, you were saying about those two boys that you have are not able to sit for a long time. So what are your plans for them?
And I was going to collaborate with Miss Shelton and find out maybe if they can have like a little something to play with besides their tennis shoes, because they go and they like to untie their tennis shoes just as soon as they get on the carpet, or it's a number two, I go to the restroom. Not number two, but
I
twist of the fingers.
Yes.
So maybe like something to fidget with while they're there, so they can fidget with something and still pay attention to her, because I know I'm the same way. And kids sometimes they may tune out, but they need to have something different, like two things going on in order to pay attention, if that makes any sense. Their mind just kind of goes a little too fast, and they're not able to just sit there just calm.
So that's really important for you to learn the learning style of your children. Those two boys that you have there, you need to collaborate with Miss Shelton and see if there are something that he can do hands-on to keep him focused on the teacher, because I can tell and I can see that you're sitting beside them, like every time I come there.
Yeah.
And you will like
stop, come on,
you
let's pay
always
attention.
do this one,
But
so
yeah.
To
And they
make
like
them,
to have the
I know
answer
that-
every time. So I'm like, okay, well, tell me the answer, because then they get sad, like they didn't call on me, and then that just shuts down their learning. So okay,
right, and I
just
know
go
you're
ahead and tell me.
intentional with those two for them to learn the same way as the other children. So yeah, that's one thing that you can do, collaborate and find a learning style. And or you can also do yourself, like if you feel like the child wants something that they can hold on to while focusing with the teacher, especially in the whole group instruction. It's kind of like 30 minutes or more to have that instruction and sitting in the carpet.
Right, waiting.
Even
on
adults can kind of, like,
I know.
we
have our phones
our
and stuff.
minds are
Keep us
wondering,
busy.
even with the grown-ups, how much more with the kids. So yeah, that's a good thing for you to realize that you do something else to better support your children. So here in the action step, I said you may want to share out about the topic to make collaboration, with a teacher in the classroom, because like I know that inclusion support kind of like we're at the back, we're just the support, but we also have our own expertise. Like I was always telling you can always share out what you want, just like yesterday's topic. The topic was really very good about living things, non-living things, and Miss Shelton. So you're there for 30 minutes. Make use of that 30 minutes where you'll also be able to, hey, Miss Shelton, I'll have something to share or something like that. So I think that's something that would, because children love to hear more from people, from different expertise, from different people. And the more we share things, the more children would hear from different perspective of different grown-ups, from and they would know that, oh, she's also a teacher, not just a support. So, and that's one thing that we have to put in place. The children will also understand that you're not just there, sitting something, but you're also there teaching and showing that you're learning lessons the same way as the other teacher. And children will appreciate that. They would be able to hear different perspectives from different people. And with the diverse that we have in our community.
Yeah, especially we were in Miss Williams' class one time, and I forget what it was we were sharing, but you had a different experience. Right.
Yes.
That you share. Oh, was the weather and the seasons.
Yeah. So see, so it's something because we are not just limited to support. We are also teachers that we also have our own expertise. And at the right time, it's okay to share. But it's not okay not to share.
Exactly.
So that's really something that what I were like trying to show you, for you to do. And so hopefully in the coming year, I can see you more of that. And me, when I go to the classroom, because I still do inclusion support, I go around and it's like, oh, you know what? I will just share whatever it is.
We know you like to just share.
Because it's something.
But it is interesting, and it does make.
Because our kid, this is what I always say. Children are not exposed as they are supposed to do. Our kids here. Well, what do we do as teachers? We're the ones being exposed to. Why not bring our exposure to them? And then at least they will be able to, oh, I heard it from this teacher right here. And then when they will be on their own and do the actual experience themselves, it's like, oh, she was right. Or something like that. So we're not limiting our children because of they are not. We can always do so much as a grown-up person. In the classroom.
All right, Dr. Pugh, I'll try to be more bold.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do that. And I think that's what I want you to do a little more next year. Is there anything else you want to say?
I don't think so.
So be reflective at the end of the year, and hopefully we can go back to the new year with a greater opportunity for greater support, and we just continue to be intentional with the teaching. And you're doing a great job all the time. Thank you.
Thank you.